the feast day of St. Bernardino, one of the greatest preachers of all time, and the one who reacted very, very strongly against swearing, and thinks of the power of sounds. The birds sing praises to God without knowing it. We do the same on behalf of all creation, knowing it. But we also exercise a certain power when we use the organ of the voice, the tongue, to make sounds to each other. The whole study of semiotics, the whole knowledge of communication is a study in itself, which goes back in its origin, of course, to the creation of man. Man and God seemed to communicate in the beginning because there was purity and innocence at creation. The study of language development is fascinating. We can, and we always have, communicated. We can learn from the hieroglyphics how messages went from one nation to another even. Amazing how we can detect in a stone, a Rosetta Stone, what others were saying just through images, because they had also a known language underneath. But we can abuse the gift of speech, and it is something which hit me very strongly when preparing a talk at La Trappe. It was something that I was asked to write to study the new constitutions, and one element in particular in them, the question of silence. And when studying past texts, I saw actually that the huge advantage of perpetual silence was that it excluded any leakage at all. Alas, if we only knew the damage that we do through using bad words, words that involve the sacred without necessity, bringing God down. Swear words are all heard on high and will come back to us one day. As a station novice, I wrote these words, reflecting on how terrible it is to use the tongue of the consecrated to abuse the sacred. Swearing. Fair mother, as I hear thy maiden heart in prayer beat on, and look on these thine eyes that look into the distance where thou art, where others are, where worlds beyond these shores that cloud our sight. Look on and listen well. I can but lay my head on this thy breast and love thee for a while, till mischief yell its fill of vomit grace from lips, oh blessed. A tongue can bear the weight of angel hosts, and by a stroke itself an angel make. And in its airy wagging, as it boasts, it can the weight of void at times mistake for but a vibrant column moves a while. Yet it bears rays that turn marred aeons vile. The tongue is the throne of the Lord of the angels at Holy Communion, and in the case of an ordained person, that tongue is borrowed by the Lord. It baptizes, it marries, it consecrates, it absolves, it preaches, and alas, it can also use foul language. As James said in his epistle, my brethren, these things ought not to be so.